Shootin' the Shiznit, Shootin' the Shiznit, best little wrestling podcast in the business. Your host BT and all his guests. You'll never know who he'll have next. Shootin' the Shiznit, Shootin' the Shiznit, best little wrestling podcast in the business. Shootin' the Shiznit.
Hey, we're live from Jonesboro, Arkansas, STS Studios for conversations, constipations,
conflagrations. I'm in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Studios because I saw in the news that you can now get shrimp tails in your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Have you seen that? Some dude found powdered shrimp tails in his box of cereal. So I have to be in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Studios in Chicago.
Well, let me just say, shit happens, all right? Get over it.
That happens. So before we get started, I have a bone to pick with you because you apparently you signed some sort of endorsement deal that I was not a part of and I was not aware of.
Oh, my God.
It's been brought to my attention that you are the spokesman of Mr. Melon. Chewy, Mr.
True.
Melon. Yeah.
It is true. I'm so sorry. That was
got
a picture
the hat,
of me
the glasses.
when I was younger, and I wasn't wearing a beard then.
So those of you who are not watching us, you can pick up a box of Ferrero Rocher or whatever Mr. Melon chewy candies in your candy aisle, and you'll see what I'm talking about. BT is the new spokesman. I love it. Good. Congratulations.
Yes, big deal there. So
building an empire.
First time I've ever seen that box in my life. So there you go. You surprised me on that one. Hey, one thing that I was really excited about, I was going to do this conversation show, and me and you talked about this, and it's just one of those days where we get on social media, we talk for 20 minutes, we see you later, bye. And this is 3 shows we've done. In the last 7 days, the most downloaded shows was Rolling Into Memphis on Saturday and the 2 conversation shows that we did. So I said, what the hell? Let's do one on Tuesday. And then this coming Thursday, we got a Cool Kids countdown coming on Thursday. So, and also at the end of the week, a Rolling Into Memphis again on Saturday. And the following Monday, we got another episode of your podcast.
The Record Store. And I was doing my research for the Cool Kids Countdown that's coming up later this week. I was busting a gut. So, I mean, we have some really funny material coming up in that one. Not necessarily us, but, I mean, we'll be okay, too. But there's some funny stuff that we're going to be talking about on that show. So, I'm really looking forward to doing that one.
And you do all the research, and I just comment. So, the Cool Kids Countdown is your deal. So,
why I get paid the big bucks.
So, here's some things I want to talk about today. I want to talk about it before people forget about it. Let's talk about the girls' match that was on AEW. What did you think about it? The main event, Rosa, Britt, Baker. What was your thoughts?
Love the match. And I mean, going into it, I had high expectations and high hopes because, as you know, I'm a big fan of Thunder Rosa. We had her on the show. You had her on the show. You interviewed her years ago, a couple years ago. She was doing her dishes and cooking and stuff in the background. Yeah, so that was kind of funny. But she seemed like a real sweetheart. And she has gotten exponentially better since the days of Lucha Underground, where she was okay and she much earlier in her career. So I had really high expectations. They had made that match. They decided they were going to make that match the main event, first ever women's main event on AEW. And Britt Baker has gotten to be such a great character. Her ring work is still working on it. It's getting better and better. But man, that feud and that combination, I just had such high expectations, and I was hoping they weren't going to let me down. Not only did they not let me down, they exceeded my expectations. The blood just made it all the better. It was just a phenomenal match. Great storytelling, great way to conclude that angle. They don't go anywhere else with it. Somebody was asking, where do they go with it now? I'm like, well, like you said, that was the end of the feud. So they just spin them off and they move on with other people. But just love that match.
I think people forget that about the wrestling business is because that's not what they got where they do as much as they used to do. But when you do something like that and build for so long, it's over. It's done. You know, down the line, you may get, hey, I want to tag with the toughest person I ever faced. Or you may say, hey, toughest person. Then you can open up and do another match where it's like a cage or something.
Yeah, they just had such such a great chemistry. I think Rosa has good chemistry with most everybody. Britt needs somebody to pull her along a little bit, but she's getting so much better in the ring.
I think
too.
she's really good. I got no complaints about Britt Baker at all. Microphone, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of girls get pushes that are not as good as she is. I tell you what, we watched. We'll talk about Fastlane here in a minute.
You talking about Dana Brooke by any chance?
No,
Dana Brooke?
No, but a lot of people getting pushes. That she's so much better. So let me tell you, I marked out totally for the match. I love the match. It reminded me of, and you'll have to go on YouTube and watch this. It's a dump. Chigusa match from way back in the day in 1986, and the blood poured and the whole 9 yards, and it really reminded me. It also was something special. Like, I was thinking to myself, have I seen a girls match that I enjoyed? Now there's a couple out there, but of the last 10 years, 12 years, you go to Shimmer, so you got the leg up per se on me on this, but I don't know if I've enjoyed not only a girls match, but this is one of those matches where I just had so much fun with it. It was like, oh my God, are they doing this? Are they doing that? And she's bleeding. I just loved it. So I'm marking out for it. I go, they're going to make a T-shirt of this.
Of course.
They're going to make a T-shirt. So I'm all fired up about it. They make one the next day, AEW. I go on AEW.com. It's called Main Event Role Model is the T-shirt. It's a picture of her with the blood. It's done. It's very, very well. So, you know me, I got to get a XXX just because they shrink a little bit, and I like a bigger shirt, and I wanted a high-quality shirt. I didn't want one of their just
like the
regular
P3 radio guys shirts?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those?
No, I like our shirts, really. If you want to know the truth, it's a higher quality shirt. I don't know if you're hitting your microphone, but every once in a while, I hear something go, boom, boom.
All right. I will stop drinking water.
I'm keeping that in, forget it. But I go online, and I'm going to order me that shirt, Lance. I'm going to order that damn shirt.
Uh-oh.
I check out, and you know how much the shirt was?
Now, this is from AEW/Pro Wrestling Tees?
Yes.
So that's Pro Wrestling Tees. If you're bitching about the price, I'm going to say it was $30.
Oh, no. $38.
Oh, wow.
Because I said, fuck you, because I'm not going. Then I went to our site, and I said, look, if I'm going to bitch about prices of shirts, what would one of our shirts cost? So I actually put it in. I put in a XXX. It's high quality, blah, blah, blah. Our shirts ran about $30. So what I did was I cut the price of our shirts so that our shirts are $10 less than anything you buy on AEW. I love AEW, but man, I've never ever spent $38 on just a T-shirt.
A T-shirt,
so there you go.
Yeah. I wonder if it was because it was such a hot commodity, like immediate, like it was the next day, and it'll come down in price later. Pete, they're going to jump while the metal's hot, and try to get people to buy that shirt immediately.
I don't know, but
that match was so hot.
No way. I mean.
$38 for like a dress shirt or a sweater or something, something else. But man, $38 for a T-shirt. I will agree with you. I'm no cheapskate, but that does seem exorbitant. So
well, I'm not a John. I'm just not a John. So that's coming from Lance, John, not me. So
no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me an update
Some
on
other John.
TOJ, man.
So before we change the subject really quickly, you had said about going to Shimmer. So I will say the match that I recall from Shimmer that always sticks in my head was a Kaylee Ray, who's the girl from NXT UK, against Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox now is her name, but she was Nixon Newell then. But that match was like a 4-star match that I was able to see there live. There was also Mercedes Martinez and Tessa Blanchard was another 4-star match that I got to see live. So that was fortunate, like you said. But yeah, maybe there were some Trish and Lita matches way back, that maybe was enjoyable. Not as much as this, not as enjoyable as this. But you're saying the last time you remember enjoying a women's match as much as this. That's about the only thing on TV that even comes to mind, So
I think of some of the NXT girls during the NXT time with Bailey and them. But other than that, oh man. All right, go ahead, man. Talk to us about TOJ.
You're right. Sasha Bailey, Sasha Charlotte.
Yeah.
All right, TOJ. where are we at? We're in the second round right now. Today is Tuesday, so we just launched round 2 of the sauces. We finished up round 1 across the board. So the sauce region, we still got the top seed. Barbecue sauce still in there. Coke still in there for the drinks region. Oh, I don't want to give away too much here, but voting can continue daily. It's on my Twitter at ChocolatierLL, ChocolatierLL. Vote every day. The polls are up there. You got 24 hours to vote, and then the tabulations are done, and then we move on to the next round. So we're going to whittle it down till the champion of all liquids is determined. It'll be the top seeds: chicken noodle soup, salsa, barbecue sauce, Koki. Let's see which ones continue to move on. You can also vote on my email. It's landlevy7@aol.com. You can win a $50 gift pack of junk food if your name gets lucky enough to be selected. So the more days you vote, the more chances you have to win. So the votes have been flying in. Keeps me busy this time of year, but it's a fun kind of busy. I love doing it. So we will see what joins pizza and bacon and Wendy's. Shout out to Randy Smith on Wendy's. And other champions of the Tournament of Junk over the years. So that is where we're at. Today, the voting is the sauces. Wednesday, the voting will be the next round in the drinks region. So we'll see who moves on. It'll be released tomorrow.
And also, they get a free T-shirt. Speaking of T-shirts, tinyurl.com/STSpod. We have merch, and it'll be in the notes of this episode, and also your email. And we always talk about Cool Kids Wrestling and MMA Talk group. It'll tell you how to search for it and find it. You can become a member. And you do a thread for everything there, right?
The Raw, I do the Raw on Monday night, which a lot of times is just me talking to me. Yesterday I had SJ Chapman in there with me most of the night, so that was good. And then we did the pay-per-view on Sunday night. We did Fastlane, or as I called it, Stanlane. We do a thread there whenever it's a WWE pay-per-view or an AEW pay-per-view. And what else? We do Dynamite on Wednesdays also. So yeah, I try to run threads for all of it just to have fun, keep the shows watchable and fun.
Real quick, we talked about official phone number, and I've been putting the banner across, but I forget there's also people that only listen to the audio. Mm-hmm. So call 501-232-1701, guys. Leave a voicemail. We'll play it here on the show. Questions, you can email us also, stspodclub@gmail.com. Lance, you know what time it is?
What time is it, BT?
I am bringing my buddy Zach on. He's going to talk to us about Manscaped.
Woohoo!
COVID spring break is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Spring break in your pants. Manscaped is here to ensure that the party in your pants never stops. Even Veronica Corningstone wouldn't say no to this pants party. For everyone preparing for a pants party this spring break, I have an exclusive 20% off discount. Use code STSPOD at manscaped.com. Manscaped is dedicated to helping you level up your full-body grooming game. The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. This is the best trimmer on the market for those of you in need of a chest or a ball shave. Their third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. You can also adjust settings to get a length you like, and you can stay on top of it with almost no effort at all. Don't ruin any vibes this spring break or upcoming summer with some peeking pubes coming out of your swimsuit. Also, be sure to use their Crop Cleanser Body Wash to keep your hair and skin feeling healthy and fresh. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer, because we know how painful chafing can be when you're wearing your bathing suit all day. You'll also find the Crop Reviver Ball Toner, a spray-on testy toner that's designed to give your boys a little slice of heaven. For a limited time, subscribers get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, a $39 value, and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped Boxers. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code STSPOD at manscaped.com. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job.
That's right. Thank you so much, Zach. STS Pod. Use that code 20% off at manscaped.com. And you know, Lance, Your balls are going to thank you for doing that. And you were showing that picture. You know they didn't see that till just right now, right?
Right, I know. Yeah, I had to keep it. I had to get it right in the right shot. So there's my book, All the Right Notes, on Amazon.com.
Right.
He talked about liquids on the commercial, and I think it's so amazing that, this is the all liquids year of the Tosh. So perfect theme. So
That's right. All right, here. Well, let's talk about something. Let's talk about Peacock. You sent me a text, but before you sent me the text, I seen a lot of complaining and bitching online, and I sent you a message, and I was laughing because everybody was bitching. They all had their own little bitch to moan about. Number one, did you know this, Lance? They do not have 1995 Raws up yet.
Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do at 4 a.m. when I have nothing to do to watch 25-year-old episodes of Raw.
I was like, give it a fucking break, guys. They just got on there. They didn't shove everything on there when they started the WWE network. You were using the network, but you were streaming it or casting it, as they say in the business. You were casting it to your TV, and you said you still having problems with the WWE network, which I was not.
The network's been around for what, four years or so now? And I still, throughout every show, I would have at least 1 to maybe 4 buffering issues throughout the shows. It got better, it got worse. There were some that were awful. I always felt like it had something to do with how popular the show was. So like Mania would have 1 million people watching. So that would be a lot of people signing in. So those were bad. And some of the lesser, like the B and C level pay-per-views, weren't as bad, but it's still every episode. And Fastlane this time, 0 buffering issues. So I will say that right away, that I like it from that standpoint already.
Well, I'm going to tell you your buffering issues, and I told you what it was. Comparable, you put it on your smart TV and you're able to put the app up there. There is a difference because there's in between. We're not going into tech, but there's another stage. So you got 3 stages to get to. You watching it now, you only got 2, so that makes a difference. I'm excited to hear that. I heard nothing about Peacock. The broadcast was horrible. Blah blah blah. Well, so that's a good thing for them. I watched it on a replay. And something really weird that I found with WWE Network is if I was watching it in my room and then I went to the living room to watch it, sometimes it wasn't where it was. That was my only complaint. Where I stopped it and I wanted to watch it. And also, sometimes it would make me log in again, even though I went from my bedroom or STS Studios, went from STS Studios to the living room and make me log in again. So I hated that.
Were you able to pause and stuff like that? Because that was another thing that people were complaining about.
I watched the replay. So I watched
the on the replay, you can pause it.
Yeah, you can pause, rewind, fast forward, anything you want to.
They were complaining on the live feed also that you couldn't pause it, and B, you couldn't start it where, like, you couldn't either start at the beginning. I think you had to start it where it was at, or where it was at. Yeah. And people were complaining about that. That I can understand, but I think that they'll probably work on that.
They're going to fix that. I figured
that was the reason they did this show, this stupid Fastlane. That was the reason they did this show before WrestleMania, so they could try to work some of the kinks out of it before WrestleMania, apparently. So like I said, for me personally, I didn't need to pause it or anything. I'm perfectly fine taking a piss during commercials and stuff, Did
you notice, in your opinion, was there more? Because, the idea is you pay the $10 and you get commercial free. We have all the shows commercial free. It's got, I'm not a commercial for Peacock, but they got old episodes with new stuff with The Office and things like that, and King of Queens, which I'm big a fan of.
They have a Gacy documentary coming up on Thursday. I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. But the thing about it is, did you think there was more commercials during this pay-per-view than usual? No.
Seemed the same. It seemed the same. But people were saying that when you're watching a show, they throw a commercial in just wherever. Just like it wasn't like, for instance, at the end of a match, like on old shows and stuff. They're just throwing commercials in the middle of a match and not like where we're used to having it at a normal break point. So I don't know. I paid for I did the free trial for whatever it is, 4 weeks or whatever the thing is. So I did the free trial. I already had the free version. So now I did the free trial on the upgraded version. I don't know what the difference is between the $5 and the $10 version. You have the 10, you said?
It is the $5 version. You will get commercials and stuff.
And the 10, you don't get any commercials?
That's right. No commercials.
So I might upgrade.
You'll get what they're doing, but you won't get those. They won't go in the middle of anything or anything like that. It won't be horrible commercials.
Right.
I had the commercial version so I could watch King of Queens, and I wasn't even going to renew it. Then there was a couple other shows, and we said, "What the hell? Let's go."
I could see renewing it and upgrading to the 10 just because that was what we were paying for the WWE anyway.
Exactly.
So, like you said, now you get the bonus of the other shows, and like I said, this Gacy thing that's coming up that I'm looking forward to. The Office, of course. Any other sports that they put on Peacock will be
had no problem whatsoever with the app since the day. No, I've had it since the day it became available for Roku, which was a couple of weeks when it started. We've had zero problems with it, so that's awesome. All right, hey man, we said 20 minutes, so that's 20 minutes.
But I also have a problem with Peacock, the name Peacock, because that's
no, we can't talk
sexist.
about that. We can't talk about that.
So Fastlane, 4 stars for Drew and Sheamus, and 5 stars for Daniel and Roman.
I agree, 100%. Very good
Drew and
pay-per-view. Everybody worked hard. I don't care what you say. Everybody worked hard. There was always shitty matches. We know that. But WWE put on an entertaining show, I thought. So
Drew and Sheamus, that match should have been on WrestleMania. I don't care about Lashley. Awesome. I really don't care about Lashley. They should have peaked it for WrestleMania, and that match could have been there. It could have fit. Could have had. They've been burying Sheamus as much as this push has been good, and I actually give a shit about Sheamus right now. Drew's beating him every time. So, I mean, they could have had Drew beat him there with the crowd and the big win, whatever, even if it's just a grudge match, not for the title. And Roman and Daniel, the story they told was magnificent. The work was great. 5 stars for that one. So I had.
All right, we're out of here, Lance. Same bad time, same bad channel. The best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, Lance talks a hell of a lot more than I do. And I love my mama.
And I have fun everywhere I go, even when you cut me off, you son of a bitch. Don't make me put these up again. I will. I'll do it.